Hello, Norman. Welcome to Balkanrock Sessions.
Oh, it's a great pleasure to be here.
The pleasure is ours. It's a great T-shirt you have on.
Oh, well, it's in your honour,
Yeah,
so we have to
yeah.
do this.
Yeah, I have the same. So yeah, awesome.
You lot are better at it than mine, though. But, so.
No. I think the our viewers would disagree. So yeah. Okay, so tell me, how was on your tour?
The tour's been absolutely fantastic. It's been we've played in so many countries, and it's been great everywhere we've been. It's been because after the COVID thing, we thought it could be difficult, and actually getting around has been fairly easy, which was, I think we were just lucky, really that we didn't get so many laws changing and stuff. So it's been really good, and I was surprised after the lockdown that I thought maybe when we start touring it's going to be very tiring, but it was different. It was great because I'd had a rest. I think that's what it was. I probably needed to, and I had no choice. And when I came back, I felt really revived and full of energy,
Yeah, we all had that time to rest ourselves a bit. So
which we would never have done before, you know. So
it's like a great pause from all the the work and everything. Yeah. Did you have a great time at the concert in Serbia? Where was the best party actually?
Whoa, the best parties were nearly everywhere, I have to say. I don't remember one venue that we played that wasn't good, and a lot of people there. They were always good, and everywhere has been really fun, I mean, I think a lot of people, again, back because of the COVID thing, I think they were so glad to have music back, and we were glad to be back. So it was a good party atmosphere generally, but always in this area in Serbia, Croatia, Bosnia. We always love that, always.
Great. Let's talk about your earlier work. The list of people you've been working with is really fascinating. Some of the biggest names in blues: B.B. King, Van Morrison, Chuck Berry, Peter Green, Buddy Guy. Which one of these cooperations was the most exciting for you?
For me, I have to say one you didn't mention there, but the one for me that was the most influence was Jack Bruce, I think. Mm-hmm. I learned a lot from him, and he was, I toured for a long time with him, on and off, in projects and stuff, and we always were friends, and I loved it. He had so much energy when he played. I mean, he was a fantastic musician. We don't need to even talk about his musicianship, but as a dynamic performer, you could learn such a lot. He was non-stop. I always said playing a gig with him was the equivalent of starting with the encore. At the end, when it starts there, then goes up. You go, oh. But no, he was my mentor, I would think, out of everybody.
You mentioned Jack Bruce. I wanted to mention him also. The musician that you spent most of your time during the career is him, and mostly known to public as a lead singer and bassist of the famous supergroup Cream. After disbandment of Cream, you played with him for more than 40 years.
Yeah,
and
different projects. Yeah, not continually. We did different stuff, but yeah, over that period. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And what is Bruce? What was Bruce like as a musician and as a person?
Well. He was great. I mean, I loved him. I mean, it was high maintenance. I mean, he was quite volatile at times. Like a lot of people were at that time. But we had so much fun together, and we always had a lot of respect for each other, even though we were really different. I mean, he was for a gig, he'd get really wound up before the gig, and I would be quite calm, and so I had to stay away because it'd drive me crazy. And then as the gig finished, he was back to normal, and then we have a good laugh. I had lots of fun with him. But as a musician, you just learn so much.
Great. It is so difficult to escape the fact that you have collaborated with all these people. Have you ever thought of writing some kind of autobiography?
Yeah, well, people said this for so long, and I did, and it's ready almost to publish. I mean, I think it was supposed to be this year, but again, everything changed, the scheduling changed. And there's a female author who from near where I live, and she's going to edit it for me, basically. So it's good. So it's been about 2 years since I finished it, so now I've got to update it. And so I even thought that maybe it would be good to do it online, like electronic book, because then I can keep updating it, you know. So, but I think it'd be both. I think we'll do it. But yes, it would definitely be out.
And can we? When can we expect the book to come out?
I would think maybe spring next year.
Spring next year. Okay.
Hopefully.
And do you have a name for it yet? Or?
No, not yet. We've had so many titles, but everybody, when I say something bad or whatever, they say, "Oh, Norman," and so I thought that might be quite a good name. Oh, Norman.
Oh, Norman. Yeah, that would be awesome. Actually,
I don't know, but it might work.
Okay. It is important to mention another big thing. You have been inducted to the Blues Hall of Fame in 2017. What does that mean to you to be among the greats of blues?
It's the hardest thing, hardest question I ever get asked, because there's so many great musicians out there that I would have thought should be in there. And I was, you know, when you got Mick Jagger and Keith Richards in there, I mean, as being well known, I mean, I was way down the pecking order of people knowing, you know, so... when I first got told about it, I thought it was somebody having a joke. I thought it was one of my friends, you know, messing around. And then I thought, oh, maybe I've been nominated for something. And then when they said, no, you know, you're a legendary musician from England, I thought, what? And there was 8 people, only 8. You know, Eric Clapton, Jeff Beck, John Mayall, Jack, you know, I'm in there with that. And I always felt really strange. Even my friends say, you know, when they see me on the TV or whatever being interviewed about it, they always say, it's the only time I ever see you look nervous. Because I feel a bit like a kid. You know, when you get good grades at school and your parents go, oh, that's so... It was like that, a gig. You could talk about a gig, you could talk about records, but that's quite a weird thing, because there are so many fantastic guitar players who I like that are not in there, and so I felt really honoured. I mean, of course, honoured. You're bound to be, but it's a weird feeling, actually, I have to say.
Great. Besides playing and producing, you have also been organizing concerts. 9 years in a row, you were the organizer of the memorial concert for the British blues musician and radio broadcaster Alexis Korner.
Yep.
It must be great to cross paths with all the greatest stars of rock and roll.
Yeah, and funnily enough, with Alexis, he was so popular. A phone call sometimes, you know, Charlie Watts was one who unfortunately couldn't make it, bless him, but he was desperately trying to do it, and Jack did it, and Jack Bruce did it, and Eric Bird, and, you know, everybody did it. But the first one was Robert Plant and Jimmy Page, and they hadn't worked together, I think, for 15 years. And I spoke to Robert, and Robert is one of the nicest guys, you know, you'll ever meet. And he kept sort of saying, yeah, I want to do it. And then as it went on, he was like going on and ordering rooms for his sister-in-law and his brother-in-law. And I'm thinking, of course, he's getting... And at the end, when we came to pay the bill, he paid it, you know. I mean, that's a guy, isn't it? Yeah, but then he said to me with about a week to go, is it all right if Jimmy does it with me as well? Because it was just going to be Robert at first. And I said, he said, Jimmy
Page.
Yeah. And I said, Jimmy Page? He said, yeah. I said, are you sure? He goes, yeah, he wants to do it. I went, by all means, bring him along.
Great.
And that was it. And
that was in 1994?
94, yeah.
Yeah, great.
Yeah, it was great. And they were lovely. And, you know...
It was the reunion of Led Zeppelin,
that's right,
basically.
Virtually. They carried on from there virtually then, I think, with quite a lot of tours.
Great.
And we did the same with Peter Green. Peter had retired virtually. And I kept going on, and, it'd be great if we could get Peter, you know. And he came and did it, and then he got back playing again. So it was good for everyone, you know, it gave them a bit of a will to do something.
Great. So it's your fault that Led Zeppelin got a reunion.
Fault. I'm not sure what it is. Yeah, I mean, I don't think I can claim that, but it was sort of it brought them together a bit, I think. Yeah.
Great. Well, thanks.
People have thanked me for that more than anything else.
Okay, we were talking about Alexis Korner, and he is one of the...
He's the godfather to one of my eldest child, who's also called Alexis. Yeah.
Great. So, and you mentioned who hates the name Alexis?
My son, he said he called himself Alex. He said, because I saw there was an Alexis in Dynasty that's a woman.
Okay, yeah, there is. Well, I understand.
Yeah.
When it comes to Norman Norman Beaker Band.
Mm-hmm.
It was founded in 1985.
Yeah.
How did you decide to name the band after yourself?
Because I was always loath to do that. I never had that intention, but the lineup was changing a lot, and so every time it changed, we changed the name of the band or whatever, and then people wouldn't know who was in the band. So it was harder. It was like starting a new band every day, you know. So I thought, well, people know me now anyway. It's the easiest way to do it. And then if somebody isn't with me that day, it's not a problem. I can have who I want, you know, basically. But then, of course, once we joined, we stayed together to now, basically. Different people coming and going. But it worked much better, and nobody felt they were missing out on something, you know.
Mm-hmm. Oh, great. Let's get back to playing live and touring. Mm-hmm. Although being 71, you are a
no
very
need
active...
to say that.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. We're gonna skip that.
No, I'm only joking.
But I wanted to say you're a very active player and you're touring normally, regularly, and most of your peers have given up on that. So what kept you on the road? What's your secret?
I love it. I just love doing it. I mean, sometimes the days drag a little bit sometimes, and you know when you're waiting to play. But as soon as you play, it's just like it's the first gig I've ever played. It's just, you know, you just feel. It's the sort of zone you're in, and it's so powerful, you know, to play. So at the end of it, I'm knackered, you know, but I've done it. But the actual playing is not the thing that kills me. Sometimes the travelling, you know, can be long days and stuff. But you just have to get your mind around that, you know. If like Nemanja, who's the manager and driver and everything, I'll say, how long's the gig, the drive? 6 hours. I go, oh, okay, so I'll read my book, I'll do this, I'll do that. And, you know, you sort of just have to adapt all the time. The next one's only an hour, you go, great, just do this, you know. So that's part of it. Once you can do that and enjoy it, then the gigs are easy. The gig is the easy bit.
Yeah, it's like you get energy from the people and everything, and you feel...
I've always been like that, though. You know, I've always been a bit energetic on stage. You know.
Great. In October and November, you were touring with bassist Boris Hrepić and the drummer Leon Đorđević from Croatia. How were the younger ones getting on? Could they keep up with you? Or?
Oh, Boris wasn't that young. Leo is. Yeah, he's doing all right. You know, he's sticking with me. But Boris took over from John Price, my full, you know, normal bass player, because he'd been ill, and so Boris had to just do a few gigs with him. So it was quite weird trying to pronounce the names. You know, that's the hardest bit about playing with Croatians, is being able to say the names, you know, and not sounding like you're being sick. But I just about got them right, I think.
Okay. And the drummer, Leon Đorđević, was the producer of your last record?
Well, yeah, it was a co-produce. We all produced it together, basically. But he who did the mix and stuff like that, you know. But that was a great thing to do. And to do it in Zagreb was nice, in the studio there. And Leo was a really good engineer and knows his way around things. And we just did the album in about 4 days, 18 tracks. It just went so well. You know, the first day we started, we were supposed to just go on the Sunday evening, set the equipment ready for the day after to start, and we did 4 songs while we were setting up. It was so simple. So it was a great experience, and because Leo is younger and he's a good guitar player and singer and stuff, clever dick, you know, as we would say in England, and producer. So it was nice to have a younger element as well producing, because I've always produced my own stuff and other people. So it was nice to have a younger element, and he'd sort of tease me to do a bit, sing it like this, you know, and it worked. You know, everybody had the input. It was good.
Right. So the album was recorded in 4 days.
Yeah, it was about a week altogether, you know, but the most of the recording was done in 4 days, you know.
Great.
Yeah, it was good.
I wanted to ask about the album. The album is called Running Down the Clock.
Yeah.
And you said it is a mixture of styles.
Yeah.
What can we find on it?
There's everything on it. All the styles that really I've loved over like from rockabilly to rock and roll to blues to a little bit of jazz, bit of funk. You know, even not folk, but you know, more acoustic-y stuff. It's got everything on it really, which I wanted to do. But quite often, if you're known for doing blues, they want a blues album. You know, but I was surprised that when we put this together, everybody really loved it, the idea, you know. So it was luck of the draw that we did the right thing, basically, you know. And it was 50 years since I started playing, basically. So it was like a commemorative thing of all the songs, not songs, but styles that I liked or have influenced me.
You mentioned the book. And that's what we can expect in spring, maybe.
Yeah, hopefully.
And what else can we expect from you, Norman?
Well, hopefully we'll be back over here. I'm sure. You know, again, we all have to take heed of what's going on around. You know, but hopefully, if everything stays calm, I'll be back touring. You know, that's what we do. We record a new album in January, again in Zagreb. You know that. So it will be. As soon as that's out, then maybe springtime we'll be back, which is why the book might be good by then too, you know.
So
it all in.
You said that you're recording album in January?
Yep, in January, the end of January.
Can you tell us a bit more about the album?
I've written the songs for it. We just need to now do a couple of demos for everybody to learn what we're doing. And it's the last week in January, I think, that we should be recording it. So hopefully it'll be out at the same time as the book.
Great. I hope everything goes well, and I hope to see you again here touring Serbia.
I'm sure you will.
We can drink some beers together.
Yeah, a bit of rakia.
Yeah,
Pivo, rakia.
You like rakia here in Serbia?
Who doesn't?
Yeah.
Well, we even wrote a song for it. You know, pivo, rakia. You know, it seems to work.
It's the best mix, pivo and rakia. Okay, we call it concrete.
Yeah, and Red Bull, of course.
Great. And I want to take this opportunity, Norman, to thank you for your time and for being here at Balkanrock Session. It was really a pleasure speaking with you.
And it was equally.
Thank you.
Thank
you very much.